Yo, what's up, guys? You got PokeaimMD here with the. I'm laughing because this is gonna be an OU live, but it's honestly just gonna be a beatdown. I'm gonna be attempting to make Mega Audino work in OU. Now, in this live, I expect it to be short. I expect to get beat down many times and probably just end it because I'm tired of losing. But HLD Productions passed in this Mega Audino team. My honest thoughts on Mega Audino has no place in the OU tier. If it wanted to actually have a place in the OU tier, it would need to have Regenerator as its ability, like kept as its ability from when it Mega Evolves, and have access to Moonblast so it has strong stab. However, in the NU tier, last generation, I enjoyed using it a lot, having Healing Wish, being an offensive presence. It doesn't have the best special attack stat, base 80, but it does have a really cool move pool, being as how it's part normal, so a lot of normal types have great move pools. And obviously having fairy typing is cool too. It would be awesome if this thing was just pure fairy, but we're going to be attempting to use it in OU, and yeah, I expect to get beat down. But you can leave your thoughts on Audino. I don't think anybody can see this mon being used in OU. Maybe I should put Ice Beam on it, because it could stop Zygarde if I'm Fizz Def, but who knows. We got offensive Audino. We got Magnezone to stop Celesteela, Scizor, Ferrothorn, even though Audino does threaten them all with Fire Blast. We have Salicberry, Garchomp, Rocky Helmet, Necrozma. We're going a little bit Envy, Necrozma. We're going a little bit of Envy out here. Scarf Kartana, and then Life Orb Analytics Starmie. Now, this team actually looks like a pre-banked team. I don't know if you guys remember that, but before Pokebank actually ended up coming out, like Garchomp, Magnezone, Necrozma, Kartana, Necrozma. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep correcting myself if I say it wrong, because it's not Necrozma, it's Necrozma. Necrozma. Anyway, it's gonna be fun. Hopefully we can at least win one battle with Audino doing something. That's all I want, just one battle. Oh god, this is not gonna be that battle. This is not going to be that battle. Actually, potential. There's potential for Kartana to just win the game by clicking Leaf Blade. But, anyway, we got a game. Let's see. Our answers to Greninja is literally Assault Vest, Magnezone. I'm going to lead off with Magnezone because it matches up well versus Pidgeot, since we do take one Heat Wave, and it can actually beat Greninja by clicking Thunderbolt, so we don't just lose to it. But hopefully, Audino does kind of threaten things. With Calm Mind plus Dazzling Gleam, it can do a bit of damage. Unfortunately, because I do not have Regenerator, it just looks so... I don't know how much it's going to be doing. But Kartana definitely has a great matchup versus my opponent's team. Like I said, this might not be too long of a live. I really do want to at least get like one kill with Audino. That's my goal. Because this isn't really a showcase. I'll do that when we get a bunch of new Pokemon. Like when Marshadow comes out, oof, I cannot wait. But I'm just attempting to at least win. But yeah, I really do like Assault Vest. Magnezone as a lead. It beats everything on my opponent's team outside of Raikou and Landorus. Everything else I threaten offensively. He leads off a Tapu Fini, which is probably the best lead matchup possible for me. I don't mind if he stays in. I honestly just want to click Flash Cannon anyway, because it does hit Pokemon such as... That's Assault Vest, good lord. It does hit Pokemon such as Landorus upon switching. We're going to Volt Switch here. I expect him to Volt Switch on his own. I kind of want to make the Garchomp play, I'm not going to lie. We're going to Volt Switch, just get off a little bit of chip damage. Magearna is actually one of his few Pokemon that can take Leaf Blades from Kartana, so any chip damage on Magearna is going to be useful. That's Max Spadef Assault Vest, by the way. I could definitely tell from that damage. And we'll go right out to Necrozma on the Hidden Power. So this does give us potential for Rocks. We are going to be faster. He's probably just going to Volt Switch himself, but I do really want Rocks up. Pressure that Pidgeot. Again, Leaf Blade with the Beast Boost. As it keeps killing, it's going to get the attack raise, so even if you do resist, if your name is Pidgeot, you're not going to be taking it well. So I can expect him to Volt Switch here, maybe out to Greninja. Giant threat. I think if he does go Greninja, though, we can pivot into Audino prior to Mega Evolving, and maybe threaten it, depending on what set it is. Didn't I use this team in a live? I used this team in a live, right? I definitely used this team in a live. It's about to be right here. Let's go find out what set it is. I know I used this team in a live. I had to. It looks way too similar to something I use. Mega Pidgeot Unleashed or something like that. That sounds like a title, I'd call it. Mega Pidgeot Revealed. Something like that. This is right here by Jaded Jellison. It's Expert Belt. Oh, crap. But it cannot touch. It cannot touch my It can't touch Magearna. It can't well, yeah, it could touch it with HP Fire. But it can't touch Audino, but Raikou is the biggest threat. Raikou actually just 6-0s this team. So I have to be very, very careful. Tapu Fini ends up coming out, which is fair. This does give me... Well, Garchomp can actually put in a ton of work too. This does give me a potential for Psychic. I actually want to throw one off since he's going to defog anyway. And I want to get off a little bit of damage for my Audino. I get a crit, unfortunately, for my opponent. And we'll throw off our Stealth Rock here. I don't know if he'd stay in and taunt me. He could go for Nature's Madness all he wants, but at the end of the day, I still do have recovery as well. So I'd rather just beat him down with Psychics. And if he wants to defog, that's completely fine. Like, he's taking 31%. That's a ton of damage. And this is going to help me. And I can go right for the Moonlight here. And if he wants to knock me out with the Moonblast, that's fine. I didn't need that Mon in this game, I think, because I can just go right to Kartana and click Leaf Blade. The only Pokemon on this team that wants to take is Magearna, so if you go out to that, great. It's getting chipped away for Leaf Blade for later. Well, Landorus ends up coming out, which is not going to take this too well. It is defensive, or it is offensive, excuse me. Oof, I was wrong. We'll go ahead and take the second one then. So Landorus is going to go down. I think it was Z-move Landorus, if I'm not mistaken. I don't feel like looking at the team. But we can get rid of Landorus. That's going to get rid of that Intimidate, get my Beast Boost, and we're going to be doing some massive, massive damage. Pidgeot is more than likely going to be coming out next, or Magearna. I would go Magearna because it does have the HP Fire. Otherwise, yeah, Leaf Blade should just be sweeping this guy in the late game, especially with no Intimidate to buffer it. I also know it's extra butt Greninja, so if you want to go out to that, I'll knock you out, get my Beast Boost. Magearna does come out, which is a smart play. I don't want him Volt Switching. I'm going to risk my Garchomp here because I do not want him Volt Switching at all. HP Fire is also another option. I guess Ice Beam can happen, but you saw that Magnezone was a switching, so I don't care if he Ice Beams. I don't want him Volt Switching. Pretty much, yeah. And what we can do is proceed to just Earthquake. This will be able to get rid of Magearna. Greninja cannot switch in. Raikou doesn't knock me out with HP Ice, not at full. And I also didn't want to give Tapu Fini the potential defog, though I kind of doubt it would defog even if I went for sub right there. So there's no way Tapu Fini lives this at 33%. I severely doubt it. Though I could just win the game right now by going for SD. I'll just go for game right now. I don't think Audino is going to do anything in this game. So it goes for Moonblast. Knocks me not into Salary range, but we can go right for sub. And if he did end up changing it and making it, if he ended up changing it and making it, what's it called? The Water Shuriken variant, that's completely fine. Unfortunately though, because of Misty Terrain, I'm not sure if it affects flying types because I'm on the ground, but I know Dragon Claw's damage is half. Or, yeah, dragon damage in general is half. But even if it doesn't knock out Pidgeot, I'm not sure if it affects me. It affects Pidgeot because Pidgeot's in the air, but technically I'm on the ground. Sort of similar to like Electric Terrain. I'm not 100% sure on how it works. But that's literally the only Mon on his team that can knock me out. Or that can take a Leaf Blade. So we'll go for Earthquake here. I have no reason to switch. If you are Water Shuriken variant Battle Bond, that's fine. I'm not switching a 2% Mon out versus my opponent. And we'll find out. If Pidgeot does end up living, then I guess half damage is happened to flying types. Nope, never mind. Alright, so even, maybe we just killed it anyway. But yeah, Garchomp just won that game. Audino did not get a chance to do anything at all. But hopefully, like I said, I'm going to be attempting to do something. So this might be the one game where Audino can do something. This guy has webs. At the same time, doesn't Garchomp just win? I'm just going to lead off with Garchomp. And sub up versus Smeargle, SD up. Beat down Mimikyu and kind of win the game, I think. With Audino in the back to check Zygarde, which is really cool. But yeah, sub SD Garchomp puts in some work. He has one way of beating me, which is Mimikyu's Disguise. So that's something we could do. Another thing, if he didn't have Zapdos, if this was like the Thunderous variant, maybe I could just lead off with Kartana and click Smart Strike and win. I don't know, but we're gonna sell up here. Avoid a Spore. He can go for webs if he wants to. I'll be able to SD up. And the thing with this is, I'm gonna Earthquake here. That way he can't go hard into anything. I was thinking he couldn't go hard Mimikyu, but he goes Zapdos, which is a fair play. But I'll be able to get rid of Zapdos with 2. HP Ice me all you want, buddy. You're gone. And Mimikyu can come out, but if Mimikyu is gone, then that makes it easier for me to spin. Is this worth sacking? Yeah, because I think Audino can beat everything. Yeah, so I'm going to break his Disguise, and then knock it out with Kartana. Alternatively, if I would have known he would have went Zapdos that one turn, I would have went for the Dragon Claw, but I thought you would go hard Mimikyu. Anyway, Mimikyu is here. Do I worry about you SDing up? Not really. I actually want to get up rocks. I don't mind if he SDs up at all, because one, he might not even be able to knock me out. At +2, yeah, that does absolutely nothing. Look at that, he takes Rocky Helmet, and I want to break Smeargle's Focus Sash, as well as do some damage. So, go ahead and sack this Mon, as he does get the crit, unfortunately. So that might actually be better for me, that he got that crit. I'm not sure. And we'll go route to Kartana and just click Leaf Blade and knock him out. That does allow Pinscher to come in. We're clicking buttons. Alright, actually we click Smart Strike because we don't want that Mon Pinscher to come in. So we'll click that Smart Strike, get our beast boost. We are at 6 our attack stat, man. Pinscher's gonna come out. Do you take this, bro? You might. You might actually just take this. But Audino's gonna be in the back. Ooh, barely ended up surviving. Unfort indeed. I want to keep this alive. Then again, he does have priority, so I'll allow him to quick attack me. Ah, I misclicked. I meant to click Audino. That might be the whole game. Did this thing win at all? No. I meant to click Audino. I have to hope Audino can take Earthquake plus return now. That was such a bad play. Or such a bad misclick for me. There's no way I take that. Audino might have taken it from Mega Evolving too. That's what I was trying to do. There's no way I take this now. I'm so mad I just misclicked. Yeah, good game. That definitely just threw away the game for me. I was offensive Audino, so he couldn't like go Bisharp and SD up. And if he went Zygarde, I would Dazzling Gleam it for the 2-hit KO. Then again, maybe Thousand Arrows knocked me out. But and then the point I was trying to make was that I could potentially win with Life Orb Starmie. Oh well, that's my own faults. Necrozma is actually pretty good. Necrozma is actually pretty good here because it can take on Mega Medicham. I want to lead off with Garchomp though, just in case my opponent leads off with Tapu Koko. He leads off with Keldeo. Looking for my switch-ins like... I have Starmie as like one switch-in for a potential Icy win. I don't want him scalding. SD Garchomp can actually win this game. It really does look like a post-bank Sun and Moon, pre-bank Sun and Moon team, excuse me. We'll go Starmie on the Icy win. That's completely fine. Doesn't do anything at all. We can hit this man up with an Ice Beam upon switching, because it does hit Assault Vest Tangrowth, and we also get that analytic boost. It's not Assault Vest, and we just knock it out upon switching. So no Tangrowth, which means no water resist outside of Keldeo. Tapu Koko is going to come out. That is a giant threat, my friend. Hard Magnezone, because I have no other switch-ins. As he goes for Hidden Power Ice. Yeah, and now he has no switch-ins for... I don't want to Volt Switch. I don't want him going... Do I care if he goes Heat Ran? I'm a Volt Switch. I don't care if he goes Heat Ran. I don't care if he goes Extra Drug, excuse me. Because I think that Necrozma takes it on, excuse me. So Necrozma should be able to take this guy on as he goes for rocks. We'll get up our own rocks. Because if he spins, he's going to be taking damage. That did nothing, man. So go ahead and Rapid Spin. Take that Rocky Helmet. Are you just Spadef, Juro, or are you Focus Sash? That looks to be Spadef. That definitely looks to be Spadef. So I gotta be careful. What I want to do is I want to get up rocks and then force him to... I want to get up rocks and force him to spin. So we're going to get up to the highest amount of HP as possible, because this still can beat Medicham, or at least get off chip damage on it. So we're going to get up rocks here. As he switches out to Keldeo, which is not the counter. Keldeo is not... Why'd you go Keldeo? I'm going to click Psychic on you. Okay, you get off a Specs Hydro Pump, yeah, but I get Keldeo to the point of Starmie or anything. That did a lot, though. But, like, he's going to be swept by Smart Strike. Or, excuse me, by Sacred Sword soon. So I should be okay to go here. I'm going to click Psychic as he misses, unfortunately, for my opponent. I'm assuming Audino can actually take one high jump kick. Why'd he forfeit? No. It definitely wasn't done, Mrs. Pancakes. No. I didn't even get to use Audino, man. I really am trying, though, guys. I got webs again. Great. And the thing is, this is actually a tough web matchup for me. I don't want to play this. Enter Mega Audino. No. I need rocks up for Pinscher. Garchomp's still just the best lead, always. He leads Celesteela, which isn't too much of a problem. I'm assuming he thought it was sub, or I'm not sure what he thought here, but we're going to go out to Necrozma and just get up our rocks as he autotomizes immediately. Yeah, we'll be able to tank this. Take an Air Slash. Lovely. And we can go route to Magnezone. If he Fire Blasts immediately, he gets me. Unfortunately misses. I will be able to take one hit, so I'm going to go right for Thunderbolt, and he unfortunately misses that. I am Assault Vest though, so we knew we would have taken it, and we don't end up knocking him out, which is beautiful, because I can go, how did you miss every single attack? That sucks, dude. He actually missed every single attack, and I got up rocks versus a that is terrible. I couldn't have asked for some better turns there. That's absolutely terrible for my opponent. I want to just go Starmie here, because Starmie threatens Zygarde from setting up. He does go Bisharp. He does go Bisharp, but I beat that 1v1. If he wants to SD. We're going to go right out to Audino. I want to see if Audino can take this Mon on. Because that does nothing, right? Though this does give him... This does give him webs. I don't think that matters as much because Kartana's still going to sweep the game. So, we'll take the Iron Head. Not even Mega with Audino, and we get flinched. Which is fair, I want to say. That is definitely fair. I kept Magnezone healthy. Well, I didn't try to, but him being healthy was good. Him being healthy was definitely good for the Mimikyu in the back. We're actually going to go to Necrozma because we can get some regen and also force him to take some Rocking Helmet and whatnot. And if he wants to knock me out, that's fine. I'm going to throw off a Psychic, that way he cannot go out into Smeargle. Yeah, we can just go right out into Garchomp. And just click Earthquake. Knock out the Bisharp. Mimikyu can come out if it wants to, but I can Voltage on out of there versus that. Pinsir comes out. Makes sense, makes sense. This thing is a threat. I want to just Smart Strike and win. So we're going to Dragon Claw here to get off enough damage, because we do live the return. Also, Salak Berry will be activating, but he's just going to Quick Attack. But again, like, the thing is, I'm weakening him for Smart Strike to win. So he can Quick Attack and knock me out, but now he's in Smart Strike range, which is exactly what I wanted. So we'll go right out to Kartana. Click our Smart Strike. Knock him out. I wish Smart Strike had like higher base power, but we'll knock out Pinsir, get our base boost, and just start doing some massive damage to everything. Mimikyu comes out too, which is great because then Starmie's going to win in the long run. We can knock out or break that the skies rather. Lovely. Get our base boost. And I think it's going to come down to what move he goes for with Zygarde, because we're +2 now. He could have just attempted Dragon Dance. I think I would attempt to Dragon Dance as opposed to going for Extreme Speed, because you don't know what set I am on Starmie. But because he does go right for the Extreme Speed, I guess being so low in HP made him want to. I can now just go Starmie, fire off an Ice Beam, knock out Zygarde, and that's going to be game. The misses sucked so much for Celesteela. That was absolutely terrible for my opponent. And even the flinch on Audino, when Audino tried to do something, I couldn't even Mega with it. But like, you see what I mean though? If like Audino had regen, it would be so cool to just throw out there and then come back in and throw out. What am I fighting? You know what? Surprisingly, this team makeup looks really solid. Actually, I like it. Kind of loses to Audino though if he doesn't have Toxic. I want to lead off with Audino because it matches up decently versus Steelix. He leads off with Tyranitar. We're just going to throw off a Dazzling Gleam. Mega Evolve and throw off a Dazzling Gleam. If he wants to go Steelix, that's fine. I want to do some damage. Yeah, that's the definition of some damage. That is definitely the definition of some damage. We'll Calm Mind up here, though, because we can at least threaten Steelix with a +1 Fire Blast if that thing wants to come in after. Tyranitar being weakened is great for Earthquake. Steelix also being weakened. I could see Garchomp actually doing something in this game. And yeah, we'll just Fire Blast here. He's going to Mega Evolve anyway. And he's probably going to knock us out with Heavy Slam. I'm not going to lie. I do hope that this Fire Blast hits, though. Nice. We do so much damage, and we get the burn. Audino is fighting back. He went for sub, though. That means that burn did not matter at all, just because this easily did 86%. So the burn didn't matter. Nice. And yeah, we can just knock him out with Dazzling Gleam here. +1 Dazzling Gleam. Alright, Audino doing something. Audino nabbed its first kill on a Steel type 2. Audino is actually doing something. I'm so happy. I had to put a timestamp in the video. Guys, go to 19 minutes to see Audino do something. This guy is toxic? I'm not even sure. I'm gonna call Mind up. If he has toxic, I'm gonna switch. Because he doesn't have a ground type now, I can Volt Switch around. But we're gonna find out if he has toxic or not. He does. On forts. On fort indeed. And this sucks because he does have access to roofs. We also find out that he is Smooth Rock on his Tyranitar. With Sub-Steelix, that's interesting. But this is +2 Dazzling Gleam. I'm gonna tell you right now, Mantine is taking 35%. That's 48, so yeah, roughly 35%. Maybe a little bit less. Maybe 35 was actually generous. I might as well go for another one. He's gonna end up going for his Roost here. Actually, let me save Audino because I can Volt Switch around safely versus this guy. As he goes for Miracle. Oh, nice. So I definitely get to save Audino now. Magnezone is easily faster than this guy if Audino was faster. And I can knock him out with Volt Switch. Keep up some momentum. Trevenant's probably the only Pokemon that stops, I want to say Garchomp, and I don't even think it could stop Garchomp. To be honest, his only way of stopping Garchomp right now, or his only thing that's actually stopping my Garchomp, is the fact that he has Mimikyu's Disguise, non-busted. But we can go route to Kartana, click Leaf Blade. I know he's Smooth Rock. Maybe I should click Smart Strike. No, Leaf Blade's a better play. Let's just knock out Tyranitar. I don't want to worry. This man has like 4 ghosts. I'm never spinning. You never spin versus this guy. That's a crit 50%. That's a crit doing 50%. I don't want him pain splitting. I guess he could also go for. I kind of want a Brox because that'll be nice to pressure Mantine with Garchomp. But again, at the same time, he can pain split here. Kartana is the way of winning, though. Even if he gets a T-Spikes, I don't care. Or Trick Room, I don't think that matters so much. Because even if Tyranitar comes out, it can only do so much to me. It can actually only do so much to me. This Shadow Ball is going to hurt, of course. And if he starts Nasty Plotting up, I do still have Assault Vest Mag in the back. And I do see leftovers, so we know that he is not... Z-Move, anyway. So I guess Tyranitar can come out if it wants to. We're going to throw off a Psychic anyway. Do some damage to Cofagrigus. He only has 3 more turns of Trick Room. Shadow Ball is going to be a 2-hit KO on Necrozma. It should be. Necrozma. No, he's Pain Split. What? So is he Trick Room without... Is he Trick Room without setup? So Shadow Ball should not knock me out at this percentage. I might go down to Burn plus Shadow Ball, but it should knock me out. And I'm leaving Cofagrigus low as hell for my Kartana in the back. So Necrozma, you are doing your job, my friend. Excellent, Soja. Okay, I don't know what accent I was doing in the back, but yeah, Tyranitar comes out, which is fair. But Cofagrigus now rocks her up. Sand is up. Earthquake is looking a little bit nice. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit nice. Throw off an Hidden Power Fire. Do a little bit of damage. Unless you're like Stealth Rock Dragon Dance, I'm not worried about you. And you need a couple DD. 1, you're on the Trick Room. 2, you need a couple DDs to outspeed Scarf Kartana. Because two Dragon Dances doesn't outspeed base 100 mons. Oh, and there's some chip damage. I think it's time we allow my friend Audino to get his kill. So we're gonna let him. Oh, this is 3%. Yeah, he doesn't. Oh, 3% is just enough to kill him with the helmet. No, no, no! I got a high roll too. That's just enough to kill him with helmet. No, that's funny. I kind of like Starmie right now because I threaten Mantine with Psychic. It is on the rocks. It also threatens Cofagrigus with Psychic as well as threatening Trevenant with Ice Beam. I mean, I'm never spinning. This guy has 3 ghost types. I was never ever spinning. But based on the damage from Psychic from Necrozma, let's see, I did 37%. This is Life Orb, so this should definitely do... Well, we're really close to Special Attack. Yeah, this should definitely kill at that range, though. So Cofagrigus goes down. Nice, no random Trick Room. Mimikyu still does have the option of using Trick Room, but I do have Magnezone, so Mimikyu can't Trick Room up and sweep me at the same time, though SD could still be an issue. Mantine comes out. I could just spin, but... I could just knock you out with Psychic as well. So there was no point in spinning there. So he sacks Mantine. What is this live, man? At least Audino actually got to do something in this game. Maybe it's because I'm losing, so I'm getting lower and lower on the ladder. Trevenant comes out. This guy should be able to take 1 life or Ice Beam. Maybe some Harvest set. I'm hoping it's Natural Cure, though, because I don't want to deal with any berries. That did 48%. And that's not even Assault Vest. That's just Max Speed Death. Good lord. Am I getting stalled out by this mon? Iapa Berry. Why are you finding? Dude, this is max Def Trevenant. It took 48% from Life Orb Starmie's Ice Beam. That's crazy. And he just harvested. He's just finding berries on the ground too. Not the Iapa. Maybe this won't be that long, that short of a live, because the games are going by semi-fast-ish. So his best play is actually going for solo again, but he goes for Horn Leech. Maybe I can't actually touch this guy. I don't know. I want to go Garchomp because I can sub up and dodge a Will-O-Wisp. Or Leech Seed as well, and then just start SDing up. He could also go hard Mimikyu. Either way, I'd get off 2 Earthquakes that might be able to knock it out with rocks. The Mimikyu isn't the bulkiest mon. I really wish they gave Mimikyu, like, close combat. I think that'd be so cool. But then again, Play Rough plus Ghost coverage is so good anyway. Fairy plus Ghost. You know what I want Mimikyu? I wanted better HP. Better HP would be nice, especially on a mon with Disguise. Better HP would easily be better. So we... Yes. You guys know what I meant. So we'll SD up here. I guess the issue is that if I SD up, he goes for Horn Leech and breaks my sub, and then goes Mimikyu on my Dragon Claw. One, to be really well played on his part, and 2, it could actually make me lose to this Trevenant. So I'm kind of hoping he just lets me kill him after. I'm definitely going for sub here though, because like I said, I can actually lose to this Trevenant if he does go Mimikyu right now on my Dragon Claw. Whereas if I'm behind a sub, I can Earthquake twice and break that thing's. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so he seems pretty adamant about staying in. I'm not sure how much he's going to take. I don't think I'll die though because he has max Def and I am Garchomp. He'll take Rough Skin as well, but I should put him in range of his Iapa Berry. If this guy goes Mimikyu now, I'll be so sad. Alright, so I ended up knocking out the Trevenant. I mean, it was max Def and Garchomp is no pushover, but still. I expect that to go down. Anyway, Mimikyu's out. What type of Mimikyu are you, buddy? It doesn't matter. Take this Quake. Garchomp been putting in some work though. I can't believe I fought Webs twice. Let's see. It is SD. That shouldn't be able to beat Kartana even with a crit. So we'll just Earthquake again. Shadow Sneak is going to be able to pick me off if he goes for that. And he'll be taking a little bit of Rough Skin. Maybe we'll see a Life Orb on him. Nope. He's Lumberry. By the looks of it. Yep. He's definitely Lumberry. So Life Orb wouldn't be able to pick me up, but we're going to be able to pick him up with that. And that's going to be game. So let's look for another one. I want to do one more. I'm really hoping that we get a matchup that Audino can actually do something. So this isn't the worst matchup at his reign. But he has a Zygarde, which I'm pretty sure is banded. He has Azu. I mean, doesn't Kartana just win? But, anyway, yeah, he has... It's not the worst matchup for me. Definitely not the worst matchup. Kartana can just win this game. Madden Zone puts in some work too, trapping Scizor. And Audino actually does something too. So, we'll lead off with Necrozma, because I want up rocks. As it leads off with Zygarde. I guess we'll find out what type of variant you are, my friend. Are you banded? Oh, you're sub Zygarde. Ooh. Maybe I should have cared a little bit more about this. Let's see. Depends how much he's doing. If he's sub Coil, if he's sub Dragonite, it's a little bit more of an issue. But we're definitely breaking his sub with Psychic right now. Yeah, have fun. Yeah, Coil is fine because we're definitely gonna be breaking your sub with Psychic. This is Necrozma. I don't care. You're not D, unless he's Coil DD. Like that. That's a crit. He did nothing with a crit. What? No. You're not getting no low roll on me when I'm exposed. Hell no. He's toxic though. There you go. Give me that roll that I actually like to see. So this is one of the mons that we can actually do some work with Audino versus. He goes Scizor as well. If I get a Spadef drop here, this would be amazing because I can knock him out with HP Fire after. I might be able to knock him out anyway. Ah, so close. So close. I'll throw off a Psychic because if his best play is BPing there, but if he switched, I get the most damage off on something. So we can go right out into our Magnezone because Necrozma outsped him. We know that Magnezone does outspeed him. We can hit him up with the HP Fire, getting rid of him, and that is one of his Audino answers just gone. He, of course, does have the Seismitoad, but I do have Scarf Kartana, which is looking a lot better with the fact that he has a bunch of water types. So, Zygarde comes in. I want to trap Skarmory as well with this. We're going to go Starmie, because Starmie should be able to take any one hit from him and threaten him with the Ice Beam. And then I'll throw off a Psychic actually instead of going for Ice Beam. Yeah, I'm gonna throw off a Psychic here. Because Thousand Arrows doesn't 2-hit kill him. Well, I guess with Life Orb it will. But I don't want him going into something on a potential Ice Beam like Azu or something like that. Even if he stays in, that's fine. Like once I trap Skarmory with Zone, Audino can... I guess Audino doesn't do anything anymore. I mean, it should be able to eat a hit from Seismitoad. I don't want to go for Ice Beam is the thing though. Maybe I should though. Looking back at it, yeah, looking at it, maybe Ice Beam is the play because he's gonna go Azu, but yeah, Ice Beam is just the best play. Forget it. Because it's analytic anyway, so it's gonna do a ton to Pelipper. It's gonna do a ton to Skarmory. Like if I went for, like look at that, beautiful damage, beautiful damage. We'll be able to knock him out with the second one. So Skarmory is gone, making it a little bit easier for Kartana just to sweep my opponent. He can go Pelipper. It's gonna take Stealth Rock. It's gonna take damage, and I just click Leaf Blade, and I think I win. Yep. So Pelipper comes out. Click that nice Psychic. He just double switched on an analytic Starmie. That is not the play, my friend. That is definitely not the play. And yeah, we'll let him knock me out with Earth Power. We'll definitely let him knock me out with Earth Power. And Audino should be able to eat any hit. I just want to go for Calm Mind. I eat a Surf. Hit him up with a Calm Mind. That way we can threaten Zygarde. I hope he goes Zygarde now. That'd be nice over Azu. Oh no, he went Azu. Unfortunate. We'll just Mega Evolve and click Dazzling Gleam. He may be faster if he's not running any speed at all. If he goes for Belly Drum. Goes right for the Jet and knocks me out. I'm assuming that is Banded Jet. I'll just go out to Kartana and click Leaf Blade and win this game. Unfortunately, well, that have to be. There's no way you're Sepsiper. Unfortunately, though, it's the game where Audino didn't get to do anything. It had potential because he did have the Steel type that I did lure, but just Necrozma. Put in so much work. I'm gonna title this attempting to use Mega Audino in OU. I'm really gonna title it because it's really just been a pivot. Like if it was like Spadef and I was just pivoting with regen, I'd done that. Like when Mega Audino was first released a long time ago, I think back in Oras, if I'm not mistaken, what I ended up doing was I ended up using it in Alive, right? And what I would do is instead of actually Mega Evolving, I would pivot between Greninja and stuff, take the hit, knock it out without Mega Evolving, and that's how I used it. But this is just game. Yeah, boost. And Azumarill is gonna come out, and that's definitely gonna go down. That is definitely gonna go down. Aqua just probably doing like 20 something if he goes for it anyway. Plus I have max HP Garchomp in the back, and I have a fast Magnezone to be able to deal with him. So yeah, it should be game no matter what happens here, and that's gonna be game. Good game. Thank you. This man said Nurse Joey. Anyway, guys, I do hope you all enjoyed. I did attempt to use Mega Audino. It did one thing in one battle, but after that, it was mainly just fodder. I guess in this game, it stalled the rain turns, and Silent Toad went down, so it killed it with Life Orb. But outside of that, it didn't really do anything. When it eventually does fall down to like NU, because NU is going to be released maybe this week or next week, should be sometime this week. When it does fall down, I will be using it again, and hopefully properly in the NU tier. So in any case, guys, I do hope you all enjoyed. Of course, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, do your thing. You can check out the earlier video today that I uploaded with my boy Shofu. It was a live Wi-Fi battle versus each other where we just commentated live. It's pretty funny. So I hope you guys all check that out. You can also check out my last Showdown live where Blunder and I used Pheromosa in the Ubers tier. And of course, if you want, you can subscribe. That link is actually right on your screen. It should be. So I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, friends.